Make that big boss less special. It ain't no game, but they saying welcome to the second level. Second level. Second level gaming. Second level.
Always Sometimes Monsters was somewhat of a mixed bag for me. I love the aesthetic, the music, the storyline was interesting enough, however it never really clicked with me on an engaging level. The game does a frankly horrible job of explaining what to do. I often found myself aimlessly wandering around hoping I'd talk to just the right person to get a slight hint on where to go next. The dialogue was not great. Stilted, trying too hard to be funny, too many game developer in-jokes. It has so much more potential. With a good writer on board, they could have solved a lot of the pacing issues and cleared up a lot of the issues with losing track of where you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to be doing. It was so unclear to me what was going on. I even chose Keegan as a romantic partner at the beginning, because I didn't realize I was choosing a romantic partner at all. Don't worry, I quickly fixed that mistake. During some of the larger dialogue sections, I found myself get into the habit of just tapping on the buttons to get them over with, only to make some kind of decision I didn't mean to make because there's no breather time before the option list comes up for how you intend to proceed. This happened a lot in the game, which no doubt contributed to my eventual downfall of walking around aimlessly. At one point I was told my number for the bank card to use in an ATM. I wistfully skipped over it by mistake, and the game would not tell me what it was. It wasn't until much later that I managed to find it and use it. What irks me about it is the potential for greatness is so high in this game. It's got a very Twin Peaksy feel. The story unravels like you're wandering through one of the stranger villages in a JRPG. It does a lot of new things conceptually. It just can't quite put them all together in a coherent way. With better dialogue, more direction, and perhaps more interesting hints at where the story would eventually be heading, I may have found myself tempted to make it further in. Frankly, I often ended up just wandering around back alleys looking for something or someone to progress the story. I just kinda got fed up of it. Always Sometimes Monsters is not a bad game. I've played and reviewed my fair share of those. It's just rough around the edges. There's a degree of polish that's missing and thus taking it down a few notches on the must-purchase scale. It is, however, only $10, so I find it hard to be super mad at it. It feels like either I'm too stupid to understand the context and content within, or it really just is that random. By all means give it a shot, just don't expect anything on the level of Oxenfree in the dialogue compartment. Who knows, maybe you'll get it. Thanks for watching.
It ain't no game, but they saying welcome to the second level.